Welcome, 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 my brothers. How are you all doing? Hope you're all right. You already know who I'm in, who I'm in, who I am. I'm D. This the Future Fathers FF podcast. Yes, my brothers. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are. How's your missus, your partner, your children? I hope none of them's bothering you. I hope work's been good to you. Most of all, my brothers. Most of all, I hope you ain't had to beat nobody up this week. Hope you ain't had to beat no youths this week. Bros, join me. Join me. Yeah? In my big jumper, Tuesday is cold. Yeah? Bros, they say comparison is the thief of joy. Not if you're comparing what you do as an analyzation to something that somebody else does. For instance, last night I was watching a film. I wasn't actually watching a film. That's rubbish. Don't lie, D. Wasn't watching a film. The missus was watching Hell's Kitchen. Yeah? And one of the guys on there was playing the piano, played rock, played blues, played some electric on the piano. And Mr. Ramsey was like, yes, this guy can do all of this, and his skills are versatile because he can play the piano. I'm like, he can play the piano and he can do different things. Like, that's what he does. I write. I used to write lyrics, yeah. I've written a short story, and I'm in the process of writing a comic book. All I did was draw a comparison like that. And it dawned on me that I was making a comparison against somebody else. This is only to better myself. I'm trying to do more things, and I'm utilizing the skill that I have to push myself forward. Now, my brothers, my comparison was not in comparison to somebody else. I was clearly stating when you have a skill and you're able to utilize it for more than one thing, and somebody else can do that, that is a good thing. Or if you want to look at it another way and say, well, somebody else is able to do this thing, and I'm able to do something similar to what they're doing by utilizing my skills to introduce myself to something different. Now, I say that because of, as I stated, yeah, I used to write lyrics. I was a hard barrer, yeah, and haven't written any bars. Well, I have written, but not for a little while, not seriously, yeah. My skills then turned to writing a short story, as I said, and now it's in comic books. Now, my skill that I have as a writer is something that I've cultivated over years. Years. I was always good with English at school. Always. Absolutely love Shakespeare stories. Or not stories. What are they called? Sonnets? Not sonnets. Plays. That's what they are. They're plays. Shakespeare's plays kind of propelled me into writing because I was always fascinated at how he was able to use words and convey a message with only a few. Or you'd get an explanation or something. And as I said, I always found that fascinating. So it propelled me, it pushed me into writing differently. Now, I don't necessarily write like a lot of people. And I only say that because I've been in writing sessions with people when I used to write bars, and my process was always different to somebody else's. Now, everybody's process, I understand, is completely different. But when you're in a room with people and you're able to pick up on two or maybe three people that have the same kind of process, and yours is completely different, it makes you think about things differently. Quite a lot of things. Going into writing short stories or a short, it was more like a novel. It was more like a short novel that I was writing, and I found that my descriptive skills were absolute. I used to write things down, yeah, in this story, and read it back to myself, and sometimes I didn't actually believe that it was me that wrote it. I couldn't fathom that it was me that put those words on the page. It wasn't. It felt like I was reading something that somebody else had written. That is the level of skill that I think I have. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I can only attest to how I feel and what I think about it. Now, going into writing my comic book, that was completely different because it's not so descriptive. Or should I say it can be as descriptive, but the way I chose to write my story was interactions. The interactions between people are the one thing that always drove me through reading comics. I absolutely adore reading. I've got a big comic book collection. My brother's like, come on, it's not like you can't tell that I don't like comics. You can see the memorabilia in the background. Big Boy Akira, Judge Dredd. Like, come on. I should go and get my comic books and actually show you a few of them that I've got. But I'm not gonna. Can't be bothered to get up right now. They're too far, and I know exactly where they are, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do that. So interactions with my characters, the interactions that I introduced were family interactions. It's what I know. It's what I'm used to. I've done family for the last 20 odd years. It's something that is relative to my life, and not only that, it's relative to a lot of people. Everyone, not a lot of people. It's relative to everyone. Family dynamics can change. They can shift. They can they can be non-existent. But we all share a commonality with family. That is the aspect that I chose to draw upon. Not draw, but draw inspiration from. My skill in writing, I felt, helped me a lot more than a lot of other people at the time. At the time. Now, my music obviously didn't go too far. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. Yeah, that's all I can say with it. I tried. I tried. I got to the stage where I was a performing artist. Very, very proud of that. I had one music video, and at the time, it was everything to me. It was everything. And my missus had a child, and I had a choice to make. Now, bearing in mind, my son was, how old was Jay? I think Jay was like 3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jay was like 2, 3 when he was in the music video, and I had a choice to make. Do I pursue music as a career, not knowing where it can take me, or do I get a job? I chose to get a job. My family was more important to me at the time than pursuing something that I was unsure of. Now, I say at the time because right now my family is still important to me, but I'm pursuing YouTube just as much as I did when I was pursuing music. Now, the only difference is I've got a little bit more time on my hands. My sons are at an age where they can actually understand what I'm doing. If I have to go away for any reason, my sons, they will know, they will understand, and I would hope that they would appreciate that. Now, I cannot say 100% that this is going to take off. I can't say, actually, no, 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 can't say that. I can say that YouTube is, for me, it's at the moment, it's an outlet. I get to speak to you guys weekly. You get to give me feedback. You should give me more feedback. And I get to develop what I'm doing here. It's another skill. I don't think if you're comparing yourself to people in general, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because you can be comparing yourself to other people in a way that actually helps you pursue a better position in your career, pursue a better lifestyle for yourself. And it's not to say that you're comparing what you do or how you live against somebody else. It's just saying, right, do you know what? I know what work I need to put in because I would like to share in what they're doing. That's all it is. So if anybody's telling you, my brothers, that you need to stop comparing yourself to other people, really sit back and observe what you're doing and how you're comparing yourself. Yes, bros, comparing yourself to other people can be extremely detrimental to yourself, because you don't want to get into a rut and think, I'm not doing this like this person. I'm not doing that. This person's better than me. That person's got more than me. That will mash you up. But comparing yourself to elevate, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad. I compare myself to my brother all the time because I see my brother do things that I would like to emulate. My brother probably compares himself to me sometimes with certain aspects of life. It's just the thing we do. You, yeah, cannot hope to please everybody because you're trying to compare what you do to what somebody else is doing. Somebody else will say, oh, yeah, 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 that's all right. Somebody else will tell you, no, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? Don't compare yourself. Comparison may be the thief of joy, but comparison can also be your friend. As I stated, if you're comparing yourself, your lifestyle, what you do, how you eat to other people, that might just be a benefit for you. You might be comparing what you eat to somebody else and say to yourself, well, do you know what? I know I need to eat less, or I need to eat more vegetables, or I need to eat more fruit. They're doing it. Why shouldn't I? Especially if it's people in your household. If somebody else is doing something in your household and you choose to do the same thing because you're seeing that that person is doing it and it's a benefit to them, why wouldn't you do that? It's still a comparison, but it's a beneficial comparison. These are the things that we're trying to build up, at least me anyway. I'm hoping you guys are trying to do the same thing because it's only a benefit. It can only benefit you. I'm not trying to tell you something that's going to make you say, do you know what, man's chatting rubbish. Yeah? Dirty, bad mind, and grudgeful people would take your rubbish and dash it back upon you. Yeah? They will do that because that's what people are like. But if you're able to look at your own rubbish and say, right, do you know what? I know how to recycle or go through that, or actually look at the rubbish and say, well, do you know what? I did get rid of it. It's there. You're in a better position if somebody else tries to say to you, oh, take this back. I don't need it. Neither do I want it. It's not relevant to me. Don't make people make you stay stagnant. Keep growing. Flourish in yourself. Yeah, my brothers? As I'm stating always, not trying to keep this, not trying to chew your ears off. I'm just trying to keep it short and sweet. Yeah. So, bros, please, as always, Go to the store. Yeah. Valentine's Day's gone. You missed your chances. You should have gone to the store. Anyway, go and check it out. Get your wife something. It doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. It can be for any day. Yeah? Okay, my brothers. Good. walletbutcher.bigcartel.com. Please do not forget the Discord either. Yeah? Jump in there, join the conversation. My brothers, as usual, I've been D. You've been great. You're always good. Just more comments. Like the video as well, please. Please, my brothers, do me a solid. Yeah? Like, share, subscribe. Do the flicky button. You know what that one is. Post notifications. And when the next videos go, you will be notified, my brothers. I've been D. This is the Future Fathers FF podcast. Please look after yourselves and each other. Stay well. Stay blessed.